We are coming up on the 5th eviction of the season, and for the first time, the vote is pretty solid and making complete sense. Kinda. We have some important stuff to talk about today, including our final nominees on the block. But before we get into it, make sure you hit the subscribe button below just so you can stay tuned, as I will be here doing these recaps all season long. And if you happen to miss my last video, make sure you check that one out too, because the context is going to be really important for this video. Now, let's get started. So when we last left off, the house was a mess with everybody scrambling trying to figure out who's going to replace Cameron on the block. So the main storyline throughout the couple days is going to revolve around people trying to get Jag up on that block. Ever since he tried to make amends with Red, Jag's reputation has been tanking in that house.
Jag just came up to me 2 days ago and told me that he had a 2-hour conversation with Red in the kitchen.
I saw that, yeah.
About amending their relationship, and he's willing to move forward with Red, and this is what he told me.
Now, Jag had been attempting to fix his game ever since he got saved, but his general messiness along the way just ended up making him a bigger threat.
He's trying to form a coalition. He's working on Mimi. He's working on you, America, Red. But I knew he wasn't going to be okay with the 10-0 vote like he's trying to say that he is. But he's trying to form alliances outside of us.
Not everybody in that house is anti-Jag though. There are a few people that's really going to push for his safety. For example, Matt has been working really close with Jag since week 1, so it definitely makes sense that he wants him to stay.
I'm fine getting rid of him. I just don't think yet. I know I can get his trust because he probably...
Did you save this fucking life?
That's what I'm saying. And I know I can always make sure to keep your names out of it. The 7 people. I can always make sure he does not ever fucking try to go into 7.
Now, even though Matt is on Jag's side here, he is still versatile, and he does still say that he is okay if Jag goes back up on that block. And this is going to be a pretty big contrast to Cory's approach. Cory, on the other hand, is super passionate about keeping Jag safe. He's not budging at all on his stance, which is going to start making people uncomfy.
Who's telling you that we should keep Jag?
Cory. I said I had a conversation with Cory.
You know why Cory's saying that? Because Cory doesn't have a relationship with Red, and if Red wins, he feels like he may go up on the block. But that's just about Cory. That ain't about the group and looking at the bigger picture.
His pitch to Jared is also absolutely abysmal. I mean, Cory just keeps on saying the exact wrong things.
Jag, I think when it comes down to it, like if he's going to target the comics people, which, you know, Cirie, Izzy, Mimi, Felicia, them, I think he would choose us before them. Or he would target them before us, you know what I mean? He is closer with America, Blue, me, and you than he is with Cirie, Izzy, Felicia.
Yeah, Jared's not gonna take too kindly to Jag targeting his mamas and his sister. Even though keeping Jag does make more sense from Cory's perspective, him pushing this agenda so hard is just hurting his case. But of course, we all know that Cirie is gonna have the final say here, and her main objective is to put up Jag.
He's telling Cory the people I trust least are Izzy and Cirie, and he's telling us he doesn't trust Cory in America. That's what Cory was just telling me.
Is that what he said? See,
Yep.
Cory didn't tell me that part.
Yeah, he told me that woke me up with Jared.
I think Jag goes.
Jag's gotta go. I think Jag's gotta go.
Jag has not stopped questioning people about his unanimous vote. He's even still questioning people about the Reilly vote from like weeks ago. I mean, I guess it does make sense since he's probably feeling super hurt from being voted out. But like, I hate to say it, but they're just gonna vote his ass out again if he keeps on doing all that complaining. Hell, it's gotten to the point where even Blue isn't on Jag's side anymore.
I thought Blue told Felicia, unless she just lied to Felicia, that she found out Jag was kicking dirt on her and really campaigning against her when he was up, so she's open for Jag to leave.
She's actually going to be the one to suggest to the group that Jag goes up as a pawn.
Idea. Don't shoot me down.
What?
If people are already talking about you as a potential, would it not throw people off that we are not working together? As not me and you, but like we working together. And I know you don't want to be a pawn. So shoot me down, shoot me down, shoot me down.
Even though the group had already decided beforehand, Jag never stood a chance.
Let's just make sure we could agree on something before everybody leave.
put him up as the pawn. I'm sorry. Listen. And that ain't me throwing it. So listen, don't.
I'm so savage.
Brutal. So when the feeds come back after the players go off to do the veto ceremony, it is literally no one's surprise that Jag is up there next to Red as the replacement nominee. Even though he wasn't initially the target, as things stand right now, it's looking like Jag will probably be the one who's evicted. During the beginning of the week, Red was being looked at as a target too next to Cam, but the target on Red's back has diminished a lot ever since he and Cam broke up. These two haven't really been on good terms ever since they've been on the block together. It all really started when Red found out that Cameron was throwing him under the bus a little bit.
Last night,
Handshake his hand.
first thing that happened to me last night was Cameron approached me, bro. And he insinuated that he was on board with basically being a pawn next to you.
This really, really hurt Red's feelings, and it's gonna lead them to break things off.
Just a bad week
Personally,
altogether.
or between me and you in here?
I think a little of both, I reckon.
Well, I don't understand what the me and you part is. You need to fill me in on something? Because I don't know what's going on.
You should.
At this point in the game, these two aren't even on speaking terms. Like, it's really that serious. Cameron is someone who has very little self-awareness as a player, if I'm being honest. He's been on the bottom of the house since week 1, and now that he doesn't have Red, he is finally starting to notice.
From nomination ceremony to when I went to sleep that night, everything was fucking weird. I woke up the next morning and people are like not wanting to talk to me. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? Then I go on my POV and now the whole fucking house loses their mind. And I don't know what's going on. Why am I the last one catching up with whatever's going on about me?
Because you're the target, duh. Like, dude, you've been on the block 3 freaking times. You are the perpetual pawn. And people don't put the person that they love the most in the game as a pawn now, do they?
I haven't felt comfortable since I won HOH.
Really?
I just have not felt comfortable. I feel like every single conversation I have is being looked at and scrutinized and under a microscope. And now I'm getting painted as this whatever. I don't know. I feel weird.
You are weird. Now that Cam knows that he has less allies, he's gonna go on an apology tour and try to make nice with people, but I don't think it's really gonna be effective.
Izzy Cam 2.0. New start.
Yeah. I mean, I hope so.
I love you, Izzy.
I hope so.
I love everything about you. I think you're an amazing fucking person.
Let's not go that
No,
far.
no.
If Cameron doesn't win this next HOH, I expect him to be on the block yet again. So, as of right now, it's looking likely that Jag will be the one leaving, but we all know how wishy-washy this house is, so things could easily change. Of course, I want to know, what do you all think for the plans for the week? Do you think Red should be the one to go home, or would you rather see Jag leave instead? Let me know in the comments below. At this point, I think I'm kind of ready to see Jag leave the competition, unfortunately. He had a second chance, but he really didn't do much with it except for tank his game even further. Once again, make sure you hit the subscribe button below just so you can stay up to date, because the TV edit won't always tell you everything you need to know. Of course, I will be back to update you all if anything else big changes, but until next time, bye.